In our Hot in Hollywood report this morning, what you think is your child's imagination may be something extremely dangerous. You've seen the spooky promos, but now The Whispers premieres tonight right here on Channel 13. Actor Barry Sloane, who many of you may recognize as Aiden from Revenge, joins us now with more about the new show. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, thank you. Tell us about your new role and the character you play named Wes.
Yeah, well, I play Wes Lawrence. He's a high-ranking official at the Department of Defense. We take up his story in episode 1. He's been sent to the desert in Mali to investigate a geological phenomenon that has not been seen before. He's never come across something quite like this. It's kind of terrifying for the guy. And at the same time in Washington, a lot of children are being spoken to by an imaginary friend named Drill. And he's making them do very, very bad things. And so we don't know whether what my character is unearthed in the desert is linked to what is going on in suburbia back in Washington. So it's going to be a story that unfolds. It's a mystery that's, I feel, very unique, and hopefully people are going to enjoy it.
It looks very good. And tell me, how many episodes have you shot already?
There's 13 episodes in season 1, and it's a show that we kind of play in blocks. So like the first 4 episodes are, you know, almost a mini series, then another, then 4, and then to the end of the season. So it's going to be interesting.
Now, who else stars in the series along with you?
It's myself, an actress called Lily Rabe, who is from American Horror Story, a wonderful, wonderful actor. And again, a wonderful actor, Milo Ventimiglia, who people will know from Heroes and Gilmore Girls, I guess. So yeah, it's a strong cast. So.
How challenging was this to shoot as well? How difficult was this?
There was a tension quite a lot of the time on set due to the nature of the project, and you know, in these type of shows, you know, the stakes are so high that you kind of, there's an energy around it the whole time. But I think it really lent itself in a really interesting way to what became this edge of your seat feel, you know, and you're kind of running with the characters. It's a very fast-paced show. And I like that it doesn't let up for a minute, you know, from the very beginning of the pilot, you know, right the way through, you're kind of moving forward and learning things as the characters are learning them. So there's really no time to stop and take a breath, you know. It was a great challenge, but I think we made something quite special, so I'm looking forward to sharing it with people.
Well, Steven Spielberg co-produced the series. Did you get to hang out with him at all?
Mm-hmm. He was around quite a bit, especially during the pilot, putting his stamp on things, and he's also very involved in a lot of the decisions and making sure that the show runs smoothly. So it was an honor and a privilege to be working with the guy, and you know, there's a certain stamp of quality that comes with his programs, and this certainly has that. And you know, it's a definite Amblin project. It has things that remind me of the 70s and 80s throughout it as well. When I look at the style of the show and the clothing at times, it has like a, you know, tips your hat to kind of those movies that a lot of us grew up with. So I think people will see that stamp on it for sure. You know.
Do you feel a lot of pressure knowing that he is the co-producer and you want to bring everything that you have and do a fantastic job? Well,
I mean, your work ethic is your work ethic, regardless. I mean, I like to give everything I have to every role I do. But of course, I mean, you want to make sure that if someone like that has faith in you and wants you to tell this story for them, you want to do the very best you can. And we certainly did that with the cast we had. You know, it was a wonderful group of actors who really worked for each other and tried to be very, very real in a show. You know, we have to ground the characters very, very truthfully because of the nature of it being so high stakes. You know, you have to make sure that you're completely someone who the viewers can relate to. So that was a pleasure doing that, you know.
Well, Barry, thank you so much. We'll be watching. Best of luck to you.
Pleasure.
The Whispers premieres tonight at 10 o'clock right here on Channel 13. For a preview, just head to the website right there on your screen. Jeff?